What up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to me life. Where do I start today? I took a day off yesterday. I was going to make a video yesterday. Today is currently Tuesday. I was going to make a video yesterday, but I didn't. I had an off day, a good lesson learner, a good off day. Taking things in, knowing what you got, knowing what you had, knowing what you need, knowing what you don't want, knowing what you do want and need. It's more what you need. Life gives you what you need, not what you want. Usually you can get what you want. We don't always get what we want, but life will always give you what you need. Always. And for me, for making these, for doing the work that I do to put these videos out for you guys, and to put my thoughts and to put my energy out to the universe for you and for me, and never get like a good return. Let's say when you're on this kind of journey, there's going to be a lot of negatives and a lot of put downs, but I have mentioned this before, it's you who get yourself out of that. And I mentioned before, again, it's not easy to get out of it. But once you keep going and you find that spot and you don't rush it and you keep with it, and there's many times I've rushed it and it freaks me out, and then I go off and scare the thing off or scare the person off or whatever that's there. My point is that something happened yesterday that's never happened before, ever. A random message. And it's not like I know this person from the past, but I've never seen them for this is another person, a long time. A lot of good things have been happening, and it's like, but before I get to that, like, a lot of good things happen and it freaks me out. And it freaks me out to the point where if I'm not used to it, if you're not used to it, if I'm not used to it, if you're not used to the situation, it will freak you out. And it will make you go back and do things that will scare whatever it is off, and it will put you back into a bad position, and then you'll keep that routine going again, the bad routine. What was I getting at? But those positions, like being, oh my god, what was I trying to say? Anyways, going back to like why I do this, why I've wanted to do this, and what I've waited for, just for this one moment. One moment. It doesn't matter what you think, and what you think you know, what you think's what's happening, and what you can think it all you want, and you can go crazy doing it. You can overthink that kind of stuff. You can go crazy, and thinking about how do I post the next video? How am I going to do this? Like, it freaks you out when good things start to happen. It freaks me out, and then I start to fall back. So like when good things, it will freak people out when you've had a lot of bad, and then you wonder what's happening. This is why I do this. Yesterday, I got a random message, and I can even show you on my phone. I could post it, and I don't need to say the name, but like, it's this person's just said like, how I can show you it while I'm explaining it. This is why I do this. This is what I waited for, and this is what I waited for. And I'm sorry that I'm back for it. I'm just confused of how I like should put this out, and like, I'm trying to like show you why I have this, stuff, what's making me want to do this, and what's held me back, and because I don't know what's gonna happen, and I don't know what are people reacting to it, and it freaks you out because you're putting all that energy out there, and you're putting all that stuff out there, and if you get no response, of course it's gonna upset you, or like make you not want to do it anymore. But knowing knowing that if you keep doing, the right people will come around, and the right person will say something, and it could be one out of a million people. Thousands of people watch my videos. I've made 105 of them or more since 2015. And this is the first time I've heard people say, like, they're my friend sitting beside me or whatever. But for someone to randomly message you and say this changes everything. Changes your whole perspective for the good, for the better. It changes your whole perspective. I'm just trying to get to the message here. This was out of nowhere. And you question these things too. You question it and you're curious of if that's it. And then if it's not happening, it freaks you. Like you just don't want to do it no more because you're not getting the response what you would think. My point is, but if you keep going, it will eventually come and you'll get your purpose. You'll get your the reasoning for why you're doing it and why it will start to come to light what you're actually what you've been doing, but it's not being noticed and stuff, and that takes time. I've had people notice, but to stick around and notice, like it's different. It's different. But when this happened, changed my life, changed my perspective on why I do this, and it changed my for the good and why I'm just it's to prove a point. And oh, I have a message after that, so I have to go way back. I didn't prepare for this, and I'm sorry. But there's a point to this. I'm just being real. I'm trying to be raw. I'm trying to show the feeling and how it, how shit goes down, man, for real. And like these things can't happen. They happen, and it freaks you out, man. You want to stop. So this person randomly messaged and said, I enjoy your vlogs, just watching them, keep it up. And then after says, I legit have fuck all going on in my life right now, and your vlogs are the highlight of my day, so keep making them and posting them, please. That. There. I try not to show because there's other messages in between, but like, that. There's proof. I mean, it's hard to like see it, but there's proof. And I didn't have to say the name, but like she didn't mind, and I wanted to shout this out because she's like, no, you needed to hear it. And but it didn't exactly say that, but somewhere along the lines. And then they put out there and they said, there's something about you and what you say. What is it? Something about it, what gives me the chills, has me coming back for more. Like that shit right there, like it makes me emotional, like in a good way, because hearing that, and it takes, I've never had somebody do that before, ever, and I waited for that moment, and I knew that moment could come, and all it takes is that one person, and I go back to say I'm wrong, but I'm not. Go back to my other videos. I don't give a shit if it's one person out of a million. It takes that one person for me to keep doing this, and to know that it's doing something, and it's helping me help you. Like, it's helping me because I like doing this and I like putting it out there, but to know that someone is actually listening, you can see 1,000 views, but to know that someone, to know and to see and to hear that somebody's listening and like what you're doing is a totally different story and can change your perspective like crazy. And you can say, well, I've never had that, and this has happened, and I've tried this, I've tried that, and I've never got that response. I've tried this. Try something different. Try a different approach. And it could get that one person to finally come out and say something. One person. That's all it takes, for me at least. And that's all it can take. From all that heartache and from all that put down and from all that negative and from all that crap that you think that nothing can happen, and to get one message like that changes your life completely, changes your perspective, at least for me. And that's what will keep, and I'm gonna have my bad days still. I'm not perfect, and I know that. And then the second thing they said, I don't know, it just gives me chills, but it's something about that brings me back for more. I kind of know what that is. Some people don't like to admit. I kind of know what that is because I know my aim to doing this, and I know my purpose towards this. I know what I'm aiming towards. So for someone to say that, it opens up my mind to saying, okay, I know what I'm saying. Like I'm doing this right. And it's actually more recently that I started watching like But they just and then to say out of like a million people, out of over the years, I've been doing this for 6 years, 7 years, 6 years, I think. Anyways, and to say that something about your voice, or like you just like, it's not that it's a sexual thing, it's that people like to listen to certain things. They like to listen to certain people. They like to listen to certain sounds. We all have that. And if you found your sound, stick with it. If that's what's pushing you, stick with it. But what we do have troubles with, these people that respond to that, they're still stuck, and they can be stuck. And I am too, a little bit. Like for certain things, I know I'm taking my steps. You can have these issues, and these videos can push you. And I've noticed, I've had many people, and I've responded to so many people and saying thank you and all this stuff. So I've been this person before. I've been there. But I still wasn't happy, because you know why? Because I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing what I was thanking them for helping me with and giving me advice for. I wasn't doing the advice. And that comes to my next point. That's just take the advice. If you feel as good and it's making you stop and think and go, you know what, you're right, do it. If you do it, and if you don't do what you just said that you think is right, and you don't do it, that feeling will go away, and then it will take forever to come back again. That's the point. And as crazy as it sounds, that's how the universe works. My belief, the world turns, man. Things come and they go. You can only take in so much and hold so much. Information is always being brought in. Information is always being given out. I give out my information for free, because I know that what I'm feeling and what I'm going through and what I'm succeeding, I know for a fact it can help one person, 2 people, 3 people, that can help 1,000,000 or 1,000 or whatever. But that one person, it just takes that one person. And to get that message, this is passion. This is how I feel about life. This isn't like, looks like anger. A lot of people can confuse anger and passion. There's a passion towards something, and this is passion. I have a passion towards life, and I have a passion towards humans, and I have a passion towards well-beings of life in general. I have a passion towards my music, and this is my purpose. This is what I want to do, and I'm pushing myself out and talking to this little hole right here that can feel weird to most, and it takes a little bit to get it used to. But to talk to this, I know that I'm talking to at least one person. And that's what gets me. And if they're still listening, I'm saying something. I'm doing something right. And it's opened my mind up to that. And to this person, I appreciate you. Like, it may not look like it, but it changed my perspective completely in a good way. It changed and yesterday, to hear that on my off day, on my bad day, I tore myself up because I wasn't doing it. And that can happen. You tear yourself up so then you can continue that. But you have to fight past that. And I did. And I will. And I have. And you have to push back that. But yesterday was my off, and to hear that on my off day, it hurt a little bit. I mean, no, it felt good. Like, it pushed me. But it hurt because I didn't make a video yesterday. And if I wasn't feeling the way I was yesterday, it would have been a totally different story. But it was meant to be some way to make this video today. I don't want to talk 20 minutes. I don't even want to make it to 15. It's 14 minutes right now. I truly hope that you understand what I was saying, and I truly hope that you follow, and I really hope that if you don't understand most of it, go back and listen again. It's okay to listen to something twice and go back to it 2 or 3 times, because you're not always going to get one. You can get one thing one time, but you can get another the other time, and it will happen. And I can prove that to you if you just take my advice and try that. If you lose track throughout the video or a movie or something, just go back and watch it again. And as much as it feels like, oh, I've already watched it, there's a lot of things you've missed. I've watched 8 Mile. I'm going to leave it at this. I've watched 8 Mile 1,000 times. I don't know how many times, because it's my favorite movie. And I can still watch it. I don't know if now, but throughout the years, I kept seeing parts that I've never seen before. And it helped me. So, like, taking advice in, taking those small things in. Don't take in I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, if it's a good feeling, like, okay, that's true, I think that's right, and it's a feeling, and you're saying that in your own mind and saying it, it means it's a feeling. It means you feel that, so try it. It's not that person telling you what to do. They're saying try it. And if it feels right, do it. If you're like, I don't know about that, I'm going to try this. Try that then. But you have to try it. You have to take that step, no matter if it's from the advice from that person or advice from yourself, or you're taking it. You have to try it. So let's leave it at that. And again, I thank you for that person. Please don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. Like this video on my YouTube page. And I appreciate all the subscribers and viewers. And I hope your day goes well. I hope your night goes well whenever you see this. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. And to hear that message, man. Much love to everybody. Keep that head up. Keep smiling. Peace out.